Level 1. The nobody. You're at rock bottom. Bank account, $11. Phone bill, unpaid. Eviction notice, 4 days old. A letter arrives with no stamp, no return address, no name. One line inside. We've been watching you. Text this number when you're ready. This is insane. It's probably a scam, but you have nothing left to protect. You text the number. 3 seconds later, one reply comes back. Good, don't tell anyone. You go to sleep. You wake up a different person. Level 2. The recruit. You wake up to an email from a firm you've never heard of. Subject line, your position has been confirmed. Salary, $160,000. Start date, tomorrow. You never applied. You show up anyway. Day 1, you understand nothing. But every time you're lost, your phone buzzes. Unknown number. Exact instructions. Which report to pull. Which executive to impress. Which meeting to walk into. You follow every single one. 6 months later, you're promoted. Your coworkers think you're talented. You know the truth. You're not talented. You're controlled. But the money hits different. The apartment is real. The car is real. Late one night, your phone buzzes again. Not instructions this time. Just one line. Remember who built you. You read it once. You put your phone down. Then it buzzes again. New instructions. Bigger this time. Level 3. The collector. You get an invitation to a charity gala at a hotel. You've passed 100 times but never entered. Black tie. Your name is already on the list. The room is full of senators, old money, and people whose names you've only read in headlines. Before you walk in, your phone buzzes. Find the man near the east window. Ask about his foundation work. Remember everything. You find him. You smile. You listen for 45 minutes. He tells you about congressional favors, about donors pulling strings, about bills being quietly killed. You remember every word. You report it all back. The reply comes in seconds. Perfect. You're a natural. This becomes your entire life. Every event, every dinner, every conversation, you're not there to enjoy it. You're there to extract. You haven't broken a single law yet, but you've crossed a line you'll never find your way back across. Your phone buzzes again. New event, new target. Bigger name this time. Level 4. The insider. Your VP of investment strategy now, corner office. Your own team, direct access to senior partners. Your phone buzzes constantly. Buy this position before Thursday. Sell before Tuesday's announcement. Kill this merger, push this deal through. You execute every order, no questions. 1 quarter, you steer a $90 million gain for the firm. Your personal cut, $2.1 million. Nobody asks how you called it. They say you have instincts. You don't. You have information that won't be public for another 72 hours. You're committing federal crimes every single week. Your apartment is beautiful. Your car is new. You sleep fine. The thousands of people who lost their retirement savings because of your trades, you don't think about them. Not even once. You made the firm $100 million this year. They love you. You're untouchable. Or so you think. Late one night, your phone rings. Not a text this time. An actual call. The voice is old, calm, powerful. Finance was just the beginning. We're moving you. Level 5. The ghost. You're not in finance anymore. You're in politics. They hand you a name. Senator Richard Holloway, Ohio. Running for re-election, struggling badly. A wire transfer hits your account. $14 million. Completely untraceable. Your job, make him win. You move cities in 48 hours. You rebuild his entire campaign from scratch. Then you dig. An affair from 11 years ago. A DUI that got buried. A financial relationship that looks criminal under a microscope. You leak everything. Strategically. Quietly. His opponent never recovers. Election night. Holloway wins by 19 points. Your phone buzzes. Clean work. 2 words. That's it. 2 weeks later, another name arrives. Then another. Then another. You're running 6 campaigns across 5 states simultaneously. Your name appears on 0 public filings, 0 press mentions, 0 records. You're deciding who holds power across half the country, and nobody knows you exist. But one night you realize something. You're not the one pulling strings. You're still following orders. You're a ghost. But late one night, your phone rings again. The voice is different this time. Older. Colder. You've been selected for something bigger. In person. Come alone. Level 6. The Puppet Master. You walk into a compound in Montana. First in-person meeting. The room has 12 people. No introductions, no names. You recognize 3 faces. A former Secretary of State, a tech billionaire, a media mogul. They don't shake hands. They just look at you. One speaks. Your candidates are seated. Now the real work begins. You start writing legislation, word for word. A healthcare bill passes in Georgia that redirects $4.2 billion toward companies the order controls. An energy bill in Nevada eliminates 3 regulations overnight. Thousands of workers lose protections they didn't know they had. You drafted that bill at a private dinner in a house that exists on no public record. Hundreds of millions of people are living inside decisions you made in a back room. They have no idea. You feel something you've never felt before. Not guilt, not fear, power, real power. But one of the 12 slides a folder across the table toward you. International operations. You leave Monday. Level 7. The Shadow. You're not in politics anymore. You're in intelligence. Not working for agencies. Working with them. They hand you a country. A president blocking the order's interests. Nationalizing assets. Making deals with the wrong people. The order needs him gone. You never travel there. You make calls. You move money. $9 million to opposition groups. $5 million to 3 military generals willing to defect. $2 million to journalists who will write the right stories at exactly the right moment. You engineer food shortages by disrupting supply chains. You fund protests. You make the entire government look weak, corrupt, and incompetent. 6 months later, there's a coup. The president flees. A new leader takes power, one who's been on your payroll for 3 years. You just orchestrated the transfer of $35 billion in national wealth. Millions of ordinary people wake up in a different country than they went to sleep in. You ordered lunch during the coup. You feel nothing. Your phone buzzes that evening. Excellent work. You've been elevated. There's a seat waiting for you. Level 8. The Magus. You're one of 12 now. You have a title. Supreme Magus. You have an island compound in the Caribbean. Private runway. Full security. Heads of state fly in. Billionaires. Royalty. Celebrities. They come for the parties, the luxury, the secrecy. Every room is wired. Every conversation recorded. Every compromising moment stored on your servers. You have footage on a sitting prime minister. 3 senators. A tech founder worth $90 billion. A European royal. They all know the footage exists. Nobody mentions it. Nobody has to. They vote exactly how you tell them. They pass what you want passed. They kill what you need killed. No threats, no guns, just silence and leverage. You've never felt more untouchable in your life. But then your head of security walks in. One morning, his face says everything. A journalist in Berlin is asking questions about flight logs, about guests, about the island. You make one call. The story dies by afternoon. You've seen small cracks bring down entire empires. You know what this means. Someone is talking. Level 9. The Architect. You don't just advise the order anymore. You enforce its will. A major tech company refuses to cooperate, won't adopt the policies the order needs. You don't negotiate. You don't ask twice. You tank their stock in 72 hours. You call in their loans simultaneously. You plant 3 damaging stories in major publications. Within 3 weeks, they're bleeding from every direction. Their board calls you directly, begging. You give them new terms. They sign without reading. A senior politician starts pushing back on legislation you wrote personally. You don't debate him. You send him a folder. No message inside, no threats, just photos, financial records, 1 audio file. He changes his vote the next morning. You operate from your estate in Palm Beach now. The most powerful people on earth sit in your living room. They drink your wine. They laugh at your jokes. They have no idea you have files on every single one of them. Federal agents are parked outside your gate, building a case. You've known for months. You're not concerned. You own 3 of the judges assigned to your district. You've been here before. You'll walk away clean. But then your most trusted advisor sends you one message. One of the 12 is cooperating with the FBI. Level 10. The Illuminated. You're not managing people anymore. You're managing countries. A small nation needs an emergency loan. $4 billion. Their economy is collapsing. Their currency is worthless. You have the money. You offer it. But there are conditions. Policy changes. Trade agreements. Resource access. They refuse. You deny the loan. Their economy collapses completely within 90 days. Their currency hits zero. Their government falls. Then they come back, broken, desperate. They accept every single condition, every one. You just bought an entire nation without firing a single bullet. Your phone never stops. Spies in 7 governments. Moles inside 3 intelligence agencies. Blackmail on every politician who matters. You are everywhere and nowhere. But something is wrong. There are leaks coming from inside the order itself. Classified details reaching the wrong ears. Someone within the 12 is talking. You don't know who, but you will find out. And when you do, they won't simply be removed. They'll disappear. But before you find the traitor finds you first. Level 11. The Grandmaster. You don't take meetings anymore. Meetings come to you. Your island compound hosts summits that don't exist on any official calendar. Heads of state arrive on unmarked planes. They sit at your table. They eat your food. They discuss wars, famines, elections, and economic collapses like they're planning a dinner menu. You decide which technologies get released to the public and which ones stay buried. You decide which famines get relief and which ones don't. Last year, you held back grain shipments to 3 countries simultaneously. Prices spiked globally. Your people made $14 billion in 4 days. 8 million ordinary people couldn't feed their families that month. You slept fine. You're playing a game with the entire planet as the board, and you've never even come close to losing. But the FBI has built a case. Interpol is involved. Money laundering, human trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy. The charges are real. The evidence is real. But you're not worried. You own senators. You own judges. You own agency directors. You've survived this before. Then your head of security walks in. His face is white. They flipped one of the 12. He's been talking for 8 months. Level 12. The Eye. You're not reactive anymore. You're prophetic. You don't respond to world events. You create them. A lab in Southeast Asia needs funding for dangerous research. You provide it. No questions. No limits. 6 months later, something escapes the lab. Maybe accidentally, maybe not. The world shuts down. Economies collapse overnight. Governments seize emergency powers they were never supposed to have. You provide them with vaccine contracts, digital tracking systems, and emergency financial tools, all owned by companies inside your network. The global crisis you created just made your people 2.3 trillion, billions of lives disrupted, millions dead, power permanently centralized. You're sitting in your compound watching world leaders read from scripts you wrote 3 years ago. You feel nothing except satisfaction. You are the eye at the top of the pyramid, untouchable, invisible, eternal. Then at 5:47 a.m., your security system goes silent. All of it, simultaneously. Your head of security bursts through the door. His eyes say everything. Outside your gates, FBI, Interpol, U.S. Marshals, 43 agents. You hear the helicopters. You hear boots on gravel. Then your front door explodes open. Level 13. The Fallen. You're in a cell. Metropolitan Correctional Center, Manhattan. Maximum security. Isolated. No general population, just silence and concrete. You're completely calm. Your lawyers are the best in the world. They're already filing motions, calling in favors. 3 judges have been contacted. 2 prosecutors have been approached. The jury pool will be managed. The witnesses will be handled. You've orchestrated this exact situation before from the other side. You know exactly how this ends. You'll be out in weeks. The trial will be a formality. You close your eyes. You almost smile. Then your cell door opens. It's not your lawyer. It's not a guard. Someone steps inside wearing a uniform that doesn't look quite right. Something is wrong. They close the door quietly behind them. You start to speak. They move fast. It's over in seconds. No struggle, no noise, just silence. The Illuminati protects its own until you become a liability. You built an empire that controlled nations. You toppled governments. You owned the most powerful people alive. But you forgot one thing. Nobody owns the order. The order owns you. It always did. From that very first letter in your mailbox, you were never the player. You were always the piece. If you made it to the end, you already see the world differently than 99% of people. Subscribe, because the next video goes even deeper into how real power actually works.